So we are discussing chapter 10, gravitation for class 9, and here point number 1. Definition of the term gravitation or gravitational force. Gravitation or gravitational force. So what is gravitation or what is gravitational force? If I ask you, what is gravitation? The force of attraction. The force of attraction between any two objects in the universe is called gravitation or gravitational force. The force of attraction between the moon and the earth, the force of attraction between the sun and the earth, the force of attraction between any two objects in the universe is called gravitation, also called gravitational force. Then what is gravity? The force of attraction between the earth and any other object on or near it is called gravity. So two terms here. First one gravitation and second one gravity. Now what is gravitation? The force of attraction between any two objects in the universe. This is suppose object 1 and this is object 2. The force of attraction between any two objects in the universe is called, this force is called gravitation, also called gravitational force. Also called what? Gravitational force. Then what is gravity then? Gravity, the force of attraction between the earth, this is suppose the earth, the force of attraction between the earth and any other object on it or any other object near it. The earth always attracts these objects towards the center by the force, and this force, this force is called gravity. This force is gravity. So I have just discussed two important terms. First one gravitation, second one gravity. What is gravitation? The force of attraction between any two objects in the universe is called gravitation, also called gravitational force. What is gravity? The force of attraction between the earth and any other object on it or any other object near it. Now my question, is gravity a gravitational force? If I ask you, is gravity a gravitational force? Is gravity a gravitational force? Navaruna has given the answer, correct answer. Priyans, Parinita. The answer is yes. Gravity is a kind of gravitational force because gravitational force or gravitation is the force of attraction between any two objects in the universe. Between any two objects in the universe. So we have just discussed two important terms here. We have just discussed two important terms. First one, gravitation, second one, gravity. Now here another term is given, centripetal force. So along with centripetal force, I am going to discuss another term which is centrifugal force. So first try to understand about centripetal force. Now what is centripetal force? Look at here. If an object moves in a circular path, or if a stone is tied by a thread and it is allowed to move in a circular path. So there is always a force acting on the stone which is towards the center of this circular path. A force is acting on the stone which is towards the center of the circular path, and another force is acting outward. This is force 1 and this is suppose force 2. Here F1 is called centripetal force, and F2 is centrifugal force. Okay, and these two forces keep the stone moving in a circular path, one towards the center, another away from the center. And the centripetal force is also responsible for producing acceleration. When a body moves in a circular path, the motion is called accelerated motion. Can you tell me why it is called accelerated motion? If a body moves in a circular path, okay, its motion is called accelerated motion. Even if it is moving with uniform speed or uniform of a repeated cover equal distances in equal interval of time. Even if it is moving with uniform speed, its motion is called accelerated motion. Anyone who can tell me the reason? Nabaruna has given the perfect answer. Because the direction changes time to time or with time. So centripetal force is the force which is acting towards the center of the circular path when a body moves in a circular path. Okay, and you know that the earth is revolving around the sun. The earth is revolving around the sun. This is supposed to be the sun. And the earth is revolving around the earth is revolving around the sun. So kind of force which is always acting towards the center, towards the sun, and that force is nothing but centripetal force. And this force in this case is nothing but gravitational force. Yahan gravitational force is the centripetal force. So centripetal force is the force which is acting towards the center when a body moves in a circular path, and this force is responsible for producing acceleration. Centrifugal force is the force which is acting away from the center of the circular path when a body moves in a circular path. I hope you have understood this centripetal force and centrifugal force. So just look at the definition here. What is centripetal force? The force that causes acceleration in a body moving in a circular path and acts towards the center of the circular path is called centripetal force. And next, the most important term for today's class, the most important statement here, Newton's universal law of gravitation. Every object in this universe attracts every other object by a force, which is directly proportional to the product of the masses of the objects and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. And the force is along the line joining the centers of the two bodies. Just try to understand this particular statement. The statement is given there, every object in this universe attracts every other object. So this is supposed to be object 1. This is supposed to be object 2. And the distance between the centers of the two objects, let this be D. Let F be the force acting Capital M is the mass of the first body, small m is the mass of second body. And according to Newton's universal law of gravitation. According to Newton's universal law of gravitation, what is stated there? Every object in this universe attracts every other object by a force. This is the force. We know that that force is called gravitational force. Every object in this universe attracts every other object by a force which is directly proportional to the product of the masses of the two objects, capital M into small m. And that force is inversely proportional to the square of the distance between the two bodies. Inversely proportional to the square of the distance between the two bodies. This is first relation from that statement. This one is second statement. If we combine these two statements from 1 and 2, if we combine these two statements, we'll get F proportional to mm by d square. Mathematical rule: A directly proportional to B and A directly proportional to C, then we can write A proportional to BC. The same rule I have applied here. The same rule that has been applied. F proportional to mm by d square. और मैथमेटिक्स अगर आपने ये वाला portion A directly proportional to B, if you convert this into equation, A equals to a constant is taken. Normally, generally it is K, KB, where K is a constant. So F proportional to mm by d square को भी जब हम लोग convert करेंगे equation में, तो F equals to, it will be G mm by d square. And what is G here? If I ask you what is capital G, कोई बताएगा? Capital G is called what? Any one of you? What is capital G here? Parinita, you are wrong. Meghna, Paul, you are also wrong. Capital G, last class I discussed. Nabaruna, you are correct. Universal gravitational constant. Parishmita is also correct. So here G is a constant, and we got this formula where G is a constant. G is a constant, and this constant is called universal gravitational constant. ये कांस्टेंट है तो कांस्टेंट का एक कांस्टेंट वैल्यू भी होगा इन एसआई यूनिट. In SI unit, the value of G, capital G, is 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 11 Newton meter square per kg square. Newton meter square per kg square. Okay. So this is the derivation of the formula F equals to G mm by d square. This formula we have derived by using Newton's universal law of gravitation. And Newton's universal law of gravitation states that every object in this universe attracts every other object by a force which is directly proportional to the product of the masses of the two bodies and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between the two bodies. Inversely proportional to the square of the distance between the two bodies. We got the formula, which is that formula F equals to G mm by d square, where capital G is nothing but a constant That constant is 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 11 Newton meter square per kg square. You just take a screenshot of this particular screen and then raise your hand for confirmation. Okay, now we can move to the next topic. So we were discussing point number 3. Every object in this universe attracts every other object by a force which is directly proportional to the product of the masses of the objects and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. The force is along the line joining the centers of the two objects. तो ये force है, force एक vector quantity force का direction होगा, and this force is acting along which direction? If you look at the screen again, the force is acting towards the center or along the center of the or along the line joining the center of the two bodies. Along the line joining the center of the two bodies. This force X, and force is a vector quantity. It has direction also. Now there is one question. Why is Newton's law of gravitation is called universal law? Because this is applicable to all bodies on the universe, all bodies in the universe. The force of gravitation, the force of gravitation is the only positive or attractive force which is present throughout the universe. The law holds good for all bodies, big or small, terrestrial or celestial, at all places in the universe, and hence it is called universal law. And I have already discussed about mathematical expression of this law. We have discussed about mathematical expression, just the derivation of that formula. So we discussed up to here, where G is the constant of proportionality, which is called universal gravitational constant. And there is important point here. It has been found that the value of gravitational constant does not depend upon, ये जो capital G है, ये capital G का value किस पे depend नहीं करता, masses of the two bodies, distance between the two bodies, medium between the two bodies. The formula of gravitational force is applicable for anywhere or for any objects in the universe. तो मैंने आपको बताया था कि कैपिटल G का जो वैल्यू है वो 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 11 न्यूटन मीटर स्क्वायर पर केजी स्क्वायर. ओके, तो इसका ये यूनिट न्यूटन मीटर स्क्वायर पर केजी स्क्वायर कैसे हो गया? जस्ट लुक एट दैट पार्ट. वी नो दैट F इक्वल्स टू G mm by d स्क्वायर. यहाँ पे अगर मैं G को अलग करूं और बाकी सभी क्वांटिटीज को अदर साइड ले जाने से F इंटू डी स्क्वायर by m into m. Now, what is the SI unit of force? If I ask you, then your answer will be Newton. Distance का SI unit मीटर होता है, तो यहाँ d square, so it will be मीटर square. मास का SI unit किलोग्राम होता है, तो it is किलोग्राम into किलोग्राम. Kilogram into kilogram. So you will get what? Newton meter square by kg square. इसको आप चाहो तो ऐसे भी लिख सकते हो, n m square kg to the power minus 2. That is also correct. Newton meter square per kg square. So ये जो gravity universal gravitational constant capital G, it does not depend on the masses of the two bodies. Earth या मून के लिए आप कैलकुलेशन करोगे, अर्थ या सन के लिए कैलकुलेशन करोगे, एनी टू ऑब्जेक्ट्स इन द यूनिवर्स, जी का वैल्यू ऑलवेज सेम लेना. आपको डिस्टेंस पे भी डिपेंड नहीं करेगा, कम डिस्टेंस ज्यादा डिस्टेंस हो सकता है, जी का वैल्यू रिमेन्स द सेम. एंड मीडियम एयर भी हो सकता है, वैक्यूम भी हो सकता है. ओके, तो इन सब के लिए एप्लीकेबल होगा वैल्यू ऑफ जी. एंड नाउ वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस अबाउट हाउ टू डिफाइन यूनिवर्सल ग्रेविटेशनल कांस्टेंट. Definition of universal gravitational constant. We know the formula from Newton's universal law of gravitation. Formula अब हम लोग को पता है F equals to G mm by d square. इस फॉर्मूला से अगर G को अलग किया जाए, I will get what F into d square by mm. If the force applied between the two bodies or force that is acting between the two bodies, अगर हम लोग मान लेते हैं force 1 unit force, 1 unit का मतलब यहाँ maybe 1 Newton in SI unit में अगर बात करें तो 1 Newton. Let the distance be 1 unit. That means 1 meter. Let masses of the two bodies m, capital M is equals to small m, that is 1 unit, that is 1 kg. Okay, then अगर उस इक्वेशन में हम लोग यूज करेंगे ये वैल्यूज को, विल गेट व्हाट g equals to 1 into, sorry, यहाँ पे एक मिस्टेक है. We have to consider d अगर हम लोग मान लेते हैं 1 unit, d is 1 unit, masses of both the bodies 1 unit, then g equals to f into 1 square divided by 1 into 1. Therefore, g is equals to f. So we know what f equals to g mm by d square and g equals to f into d square by m into m. If distance between the two bodies be 1 unit and the masses of both the bodies be 1 unit, 1 unit distance में 1 meter, mass में 1 kg, then g equals to f into 1 square by 1 into 1. G is equals to f. So g का definition हम लोग कैसे देंगे? How will you define universal gravitational constant? Universal gravitational constant, look at the definition here. The universal gravitational constant between the universal gravitational constant between the universal gravitational constant is defined as the force of attraction between two bodies of unit masses separated by unit distance. So from this derivation, we have understood that what is G? G is equals to F. G is equals to F, and under what condition G is equals to F? If I ask you, under what condition? The condition is that distance should be 1 unit and masses should be 1 unit. Distance 1 unit or mass 1 unit होने से, in that case, G is equals to F, and we can define by using this particular relation, G is equals to F. So the universal gravitational constant होता क्या है? Universal gravitational constant is the force of attraction between two bodies of unit masses. Unit masses यहाँ पे 1 kg and separated by unit distance. Just take the screenshot of this particular screen and just raise your hand for confirmation. Okay. तो ये वैल्यू ऑफ जी 6.67 और मोर प्रॉपरली इट इज 6.673 into 10 to the power minus 11 Newton meter square per kg square. This value was found by scientist Henry Cavendish by using a sensitive balance. So who for the first time derived the value of capital G? Henry Cavendish by using sensitive balance. Okay. So we have just discussed definition of universal gravitational constant. Now, importance of universal law of gravitation. What is the importance of universal law of gravitation? This law is applicable to every object in the universe. And second, this law explains the cause of revolution of moon around the earth and revolution of planets around the sun. So अगर मैं आपको एक simple question पूछूं कि which force is responsible for revolution of the earth around the sun, what will be your answer? Which force is responsible for revolution of the earth around the sun? Parishmita, you have given the answer, but Nabaruna also given. Parishmita, more proper answer now. This time, gravitational force. Proper answer is gravitational force. Nabaruna, centripetal force, there is nothing but gravitational force. Centripetal force is nothing but gravitational force. So we have just discussed importance of universal law. Importance of universal law we have discussed, and we know the formula. One formula we have discussed today, F equals to G mm by d square. Now, in relation to that formula, I am asking one simple question. What happens to the gravitational force between two bodies? What happens to the gravitational force between two bodies if the masses of both the bodies are doubled and the distance between the two bodies is reduced to half? One of the most important question, this one. What happens to the gravitational force between two bodies if the masses of both the bodies are doubled and the distance between the two bodies is reduced to half? So इसका simple solution है, you just try to understand. We know from Newton's universal law of gravitation that F equals to G mm by d square. न्यूटन्स यूनिवर्सल लॉ ऑफ ग्रेविटेशन से हम लोग को पता है F equals to G mm by d square. This is relation 1. This is relation 1. And according to question, में क्या condition है? Masses of both the bodies are doubled and the distance between the two bodies is reduced to half. According to question, F dash is equals to G. क्वेश्चन में बोला गया masses of both the bodies are doubled, तो हम कर देगा इसको 2m into 2 small m here, and the distance is reduced to half, so d by 2 whole square. So F dash is equals to, we can write 4 GMM here d square by 4. On further simplification, F dash is equals to 4 into 4 GMM by d square. Therefore, we are getting F dash is equals to, or one more step we can write here, that is implied F dash is equals to 16 GMM by d square. If I write here, F dash is equals to 16 F, we can write. Okay, so F dash is equals to what? Therefore, F dash is equals to 16F. इसका मतलब, when this condition is applied, what happens to the force? The force between the two bodies is increased by 16 times. So we can write here, the force will be increased by 16 times. The force will be increased by 16 times. Just note it down. And you should take a screenshot also for this particular solution. Okay, now I'm going to discuss another question that is also important question. Another important question. Calculate the gravitational force between two bodies. Calculate the gravitational force between two bodies of masses 10 kg and 20 kg respectively. If they are separated by a distance of, if they are separated by a distance of 10 meters. For solving this one, capital G, its value should be considered 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 11 Newton meter square per kg square. Okay, so you have to calculate the gravitational force between two bodies of masses 10 kg and 20 kg respectively if they are separated by a distance of 10 meter. And you just try to solve it. I am giving you 2-3 minutes to solve this particular question and try to give answers. In this question, if I ask you, if you look at the solution, capital M is given here. Capital M you can consider 10 kg, small m you can consider 20 kg, or you can do that capital M 20, small m 10, उससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. Distance is 10 meter. Value of G is given and you are asked to calculate force, gravitational force. You know the formula F equals to G mm by d square. So here F equals to G, value of G is 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 11 Newton meter square per kg square. Newton meter square per kg square into here 10 kg into 20 kg divided by d square 10 meter whole square 10 meter whole square. So if you simplify it तो यहाँ आपको 6.67 इंटू 10⁻⁻11 इंटू 200 हम लोग लिख सकते हैं और इधर 110 का स्क्वायर एंड द यूनिट विल बी न्यूटन. फोर्स का ऐसा यूनिट न्यूटन. नाउ F equals to, here you will get 2, so F equals to, we can write 2 into 6.67 into 10⁻⁻11 Newton, and if you multiply you will get 13.34 into 10⁻⁻11 Newton is the answer. Into 10⁻⁻11 Newton is the answer. Meghna also got the same answer. प्रियांश आंसर को कैसे एक्सप्रेस करना है वो मैंने दिखा दिया यहाँ पे. You will have to follow that particular method. Okay. Now you just try to solve some complicated numericals in relation to the calculation. अगर आप कैलकुलेशन देखोगे तो थोड़ा टफ. हम लोगों ने जो अभी डिस्कस किया that were simple questions. Now just look at 2-3 questions. If you try to solve and if you get the answer, तभी आप में कॉन्फिडेंस आएगा इस टाइप का न्यूमेरिकल्स करने का. I am giving you 2 such questions for today's class. This one. Number 3. पहले आप लोग ट्राई करो. Number 3. The mass of the sun is 2 into 10 to the power 30 kg. The mass of the earth is 6 into 10 to the power 24 kg. If the distance between the centers of the sun and the earth is 1.5 into 10 to the power 8 kilometer, calculate the force of gravitation between them. Okay, calculate the force of gravitation. I am giving you 2-3 minutes time to solve this. You just try to get to the answer. अगर आपका आंसर आ जाता है तो मुझे चैट बॉक्स में बताना if you get the answer. Okay, but try to solve yourself without using any calculator, any other help. Okay, I'm helping you a little bit in this. Mass of the sun is given here. Mass of the sun is given here. आपको कैलकुलेशन करने में इजी होगा अगर आप एक को कैपिटल M ले लेते हो. 2 into 10 to the power 30. फिर स्मॉल m 6 into 10 to the power 24. डिस्टेंस इज गिवन हियर, बट यहाँ पे एक मिस्टेक ज्यादातर स्टूडेंट करेंगे कि वो लोग किलोमीटर है ये देखना भूल जाते हैं, क्योंकि व्हेनेवर यू सॉल्व न्यूमेरिकल आपको एक क्वांटिटी अगर एसआई यूनिट में ले रहे हो तो सबको एसआई में ही लेना, क्योंकि आप जी को एसआई यूनिट में लोगे, कैपिटल एम एसआई यूनिट में ले रहे हो केजी में, स्मॉल एम केजी में ले रहे हो, तो डिस्टेंस को आपको मीटर में लेना होगा. सो डिस्टेंस इज 3.84 इंटू 10 टू द पावर 5 किलोमीटर है, तो इसको मीटर करने के लिए 1000 से मल्टीप्लाई होगा. सो 3.84 इंटू 10 टू द पावर 8 हम लोग लिख सकते हैं. 3.84 इंटू 10 टू द पावर 8 किलोमीटर. सो नाउ यू आर हैविंग कैपिटल एम, स्मॉल एम, डी आपके पास है और जी का वैल्यू आप यूज कर सकते हो 6.67. कैपिटल जी 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 11 Newton meter square per kg square. You can use this and then you can start solving. मैंने इसलिए बताया कि ज्यादातर स्टूडेंट ये वाला पोर्शन में गड़बड़ करते हैं. दिस वन वो किलोमीटर को मीटर में कन्वर्ट करना भूल जाते हैं. Here it will be in meter. 3.84 into 10 to the power 8 meter. Ten to the power. Okay. One mistake I have done here. Distance को मैंने किसी और न्यूमेरिकल का डिस्टेंस लिखा है यहाँ पे. So distance is 1.5. Distance here is 1.5 into 10 to the power 8 मीटर हो जाएगा. किलोमीटर से मीटर करने के लिए 1.5 into 10 to the power 8 किलोमीटर है, और इसको हम लोग मीटर में कन्वर्ट करने से इट विल बी 1 पॉइंट, मेकिंग सम मिस्टेक, हाँ, 1.5 into 10 to the power 8 किलोमीटर, और इसको मीटर में कन्वर्ट करने के लिए 1.5 into 10 to the power 8 into 10 to the power 3 मीटर. तो ये हो जाएगा 10 to the power 3 is 1000, so 1.5 into 10 to the power 11 meter. 1.5 into 10 to the power 11 meter. While looking at the question, I considered this distance, thereby there was a mistake. This one, 1.5 into 10 to the power 8. Mass of the first body 2 into 10 to the power 30. Mass of the second body 6 into 10 to the power 24. So all of you are requested to solve all these numericals. ये जितना screen पे आपको दिखाई दे रहा है, that 7 questions one by one you should try to solve at home, and you should try to get to the answers. आपको ये आंसर तक पहुंचना है. थोड़ा नियर बाय आंसर आने से भी करेक्ट है. जहां 3.34 है वहां 3332 acceptable. And now after today's class you will be able to solve all these questions. अगर आप घर में थोड़ा भी दिमाग यूज करोगे, थोड़ा कोशिश करोगे, then you will be able to solve all these questions. So your task, homework for today's class, नेक्स्ट क्लास तक आपको ये सब सॉल्व करना है, और जिसमें डाउट होगा दैट पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन यू विल हैव टू आस्क. ओके, सो फॉर टुडे सफिशिएंट. नेक्स्ट क्लास विल कंटिन्यू आफ्टर दिस. If you mark your attendance